On our clock, but who cares? Away we go in a blockbuster encounter. And Healy driving immediately, finding a gap and starting the game in some style. Interested in catching that two hands when the ball was thrown back to her. One to chase outside off stop. It's a terrible delivery, but it gets the result. Straight to Maddie Green. Slim picking since then for Perry. Gets a full toss to get off the mark. Same fashion as Healy. It's an opening boundary from Perry. Goes after her and finds that gap. Popular scoring option so far for the Sixers. Bates on the charge again. Look out, Elise Perry. She was the best hope for the Scorchers to save 4 there, the non-striker. Gets some bat on it, catches up with it, and that's an easy boundary to strike. That's a strike rate booster. Straight back over the bowler's head for 4. Straight back to the bowler. And the wicket falls. Bates couldn't get the better of Lily Mills, who picks up a wicket in her second over. Up in the air, cries of catch it. Mills underneath it, makes no mistake. Gardner's out for a duck, and the Scorchers right on top now.
Oh, that ball from King just sitting up on the offside, on the leg side, and
Aaron Burns off the mark immediately and beats mid-on up inside the circle. Strike rate's been off the charts this season, and there's a start of 4 off 1.
I did say.
Gets enough on it, able to lift it over the top of mid-off for another boundary for Burns. Dug it in again. Burns able to get on top of the pull shot that time. Missed out a couple of deliveries in a row. Finding the gap. Perry up to 29 off 30 now, and Devine's been expensive. Full toss. Burns tries to hold her shape and go over mid-off's head and gets the reward she's after. In the air and out. Paparo with safe hands, and Burns doesn't capitalise on that life she was given in the previous over. Slower full toss and punished by Perry. Able to get it wide of Piper Cleary. Perry just stood and admired as she split the gap between those two boundary riders and gets her strike rate up to 100 again. Hit that well, Maitland Brown in the gap for 6. Half a dozen for Maitland Brown. She's ready for the surge when the captain wants to pull that trigger. Deep mid-wicket and long on, the two boundary riders. Straight back towards Peschel, who's bowling with a fractured thumb, and she didn't want anything to do with that. It's 50 for Elise Perry, her 26th in the WBBL. Brown does catch up with it and beats short fine, and the runs are flowing here. Over the top of those infielders for a much-needed 4 for the Sixers. Oh, that'll have to be re-bowled, and Maitland Brown cashes in. 7 off that delivery effectively, and a free hit to come. Haven't lost the wicket since the 14th over when Burns departed, 4 for 87. King trusted to bowl the final over here with her leggies. Brilliant batting, splitting that gap. Bowls her! Maitland Brown, it's been a very handy cameo, 27 off 17. But Alana King gets a dot and a wicket. 1 for 7 off this final over. Eccleston whipping it away leg side. Straight to backward square. And they'll settle for 1. So brilliant bowling by King under pressure. Yeah, leg side doesn't look like getting a workout in this first over. And there we go. Oh, almost caught at mid-wicket. Off the mark impressively here, though. Don't bother running for that. It's 4 off 1 for Devine in game number 100. And now gets one to cut and finds that gap as well. Brilliant start from the skipper. Jamie Thomas and Trent Steenholder having a good day so far. That's a great shot from Mooney. Maybe that gets her going as well. The opening partnership into the 20s. And slips through the hands as well for back-to-back boundaries for Mooney. It's a top edge. She's not sure where it's gone, but it's straight to square leg, and a safe catch has been taken. And the celebrations begin against Sophie Devine. Paparo making some room and finding that gap on the offside, and that races away at Lilac Hill to get her going. Mooney, what about that? Jumping in the air to ensure she cleared the infield. Those shout-outs right on cue after her arrival back in the commentary box as the little ramp flick over the top will bring 4 from Mooney. Inventive stuff. Pace off and edged past Healy. Cheadle doesn't want to watch because it's back-to-back.
Multiples by finding good timing, knowing that I'll find the...
That's a good-looking sweep shot. Mooney getting expansive over the offside into the gap for 4. Waited for it and flicked it away. It's running away from Genford. Desperate dive and over the rope. Mooney flying now. And now goes over mid-off. And long off wouldn't have stood a chance either. Into the Sixers dugout just to rub it in a little more.
That paddle or ramp to her game, it makes her really difficult.
Gets some bat on that as well and finds that gap too. Brilliant batting by Mooney, taking down Maitland Brown. This is the most expensive over of the day. There's still 1 ball to come. It's gone for 21 already. They look poised to go to 11 points and close just 1 behind the Sixers. Paparo finds the gap this time. And Mooney looking to negate that. Able to get across and beat short fine. Gets there on the full and over the top. That is 4 for Beth Mooney. Needs the 6. And didn't really try and get underneath it. She'll be stranded on 99. A match-winning knock from Beth Mooney. Simply outstanding. It is her flu game here at Lilac Hill. She's dug so deep today.